I'm Dick Rodgers. I'd like to invite you to a meeting at which I plan to present the political vision and various detailed policies relating to it that I've been developing over the last few years. It's in Northfield Library in Birmingham on Saturday the 21st of July from 10 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There'll be refreshments if you bring lunch. I mean, there are places to have lunch locally, but if you like to bring lunch, that would be great. Makes the health and safety at work aspect of it a bit simpler for me. There's no charge, of course. It'd be my honour to have you. And really, what I want to do is present the idea that I've been living with for several years, that really our country is needed in the world. There's loads of work to do in the world, and if we got stuck into it, it would be a much happier country. It would inspire our young people. They'd want to get a good education, and then we can run an economy like that and earn our living and have enough left over to run the kind of compassionate, good society that we want to in this country, but also do various things to influence the world to make it a better place for everybody, which I know sounds trite, but of course it matters a great deal. The 7 particular things I want to cover are banks, what's gone wrong with the banks, and how we should be encouraging politicians to put it right. And that's going to be most of the morning. Please don't let that scare you off, because it's a really important issue, and I'm not an expert at it, but I've understood a few things which I think are not coming out in the open as they should be. Then the second is the NHS. I want the NHS back as a public service rather than a commercial entity, which it's drifting towards being, and especially the care of the elderly. Third thing is British Rail. We need the railway renationalised, in my view, as a single organisation. It's a real mess. It's very expensive, and it should be run on properly generated, ecologically generated electricity. Fourth is no university fees. We shouldn't have university fees. Fifth is we need government, in my view, for an elected government for each region of England. In our case here, the West Midlands, so an area covering Birmingham, Coventry, Wolverhampton, but also up to Stoke, across to Rugby, down to Hereford, somewhere of that kind of order. Utilities, gas, electricity, and so on. We need control of that. We need them back under public ownership, in my view, and especially we ought to, if people have got ideas about how we can do these things, we ought to get them fit for purpose, get them working, rather than leaving it all to private companies who we then have to pay lots of money to over the years. And the 7th thing is human rights in China, really just as an example of something in the wider world. But we buy all this stuff from China and we don't ask ethical questions about how they run their country, and they take a stand against democracy, and that's not right, I don't think. So those are the 7 issues, and then also really how we're to go about this, because these are big issues to put right. And none of the existing major parties is really addressing them. So I'm hoping that you will come along on Saturday, the 21st of July, to Northfield Library. The postcode for help of purposes of navigation is B31 2LB Lima Bravo. The buses from the city centre are 61, 62, 63. It's near Northfield train station. It's about a 10-minute walk from there. And see you on Saturday the 21st of July, and that'd be great if you can come. And please, there's a leaflet on the website, on the home page of the website, thecommongood.info. And there's a link to it just near the top of the page. Please download that, print it out if you wish, and invite friends using that. And there's also Twitter. I'm at Dick_Rodgers, RODGERS, on Twitter. And there's a Facebook page, Common Good _the. And if you look at that, if you would be so kind, if you can find the like button, please click that to like it, and it'll get more people watching it. Thanks very much indeed. If you can't manage the 21st of July, I've hired the same room in Northfield Library from 10 till 4 on Saturdays the 29th of September, October the 27th and November the 24th. So it'd be great to have you on any other of those days. And my hope is that a group of us will consolidate over this time and really get our teeth into these various issues. Thanks very much indeed.